We're going to begin, though, with breaking news on Capitol Hill. We want to take you to the Senate Rules Committee. They're swearing in Capitol Hill Police Chief Tom Manger, no stranger to those here in the DMV. He has been the head of the police departments in both Fairfax County and Montgomery County, a very well-known figure in police circles. What they want to know is whether or not we are prepared for tomorrow. Let's listen in.
We've made following the events of January 6th. And to speak about the work that remains to be done. I want to begin by acknowledging the men and women of the Capitol Police who work so tirelessly to fulfill their mission of protecting the U.S. Capitol, the members of Congress, and the legislative process every day. It's my honor to work with these women and men who performed so courageously a year ago. And while I'm proud of our officers, the events of January 6th did expose critical departmental failures and deficiencies with operational planning, intelligence, staffing, training, and equipment. I'm pleased to report that we have addressed a significant portion of the many recommendations issued to the department. In fact, of the more than 100 recommendations issued by the Inspector General, we have implemented and are addressing over 90 of them. The staff report issued by your committee listed 5 recommendations directed to the United States Capitol Police. I can tell you that the department has implemented or is in the process of implementing each one of them. I'm prepared to discuss many of the recommendations today, but understanding the time limitations, I'll focus on the improvements that are the most impactful and that address the core of the committee's findings and conclusions. I've provided under separate cover for inclusion in the official hearing record a more complete formal statement that includes a detailed list of all the department's post-January 6th improvements. The committee concluded that an important contributing factor to the breach of the Capitol was the lack of a department-wide operational plan for the joint session. An important first step we took to address that concern was the onboarding of a former Secret Service official with extensive experience in major event and national special security event planning. Guided by his expertise, we now take a multi-phased approach to our planning process, with a focus on information gathering, intelligence, asset determination, internal coordination, and most importantly, department-wide dissemination of all intelligence and critical information before all large and high-risk events. This also includes the creation of the department's first critical incident response plan, which now allows us to more effectively and more quickly obtain assistance from partner agencies. In short, a blueprint for operational planning has been created and put into place for all future significant events. If January 6th taught us anything, it's that preparation matters. Immediately after the 6th, the department focused on the need to strengthen our frontline officers, the Civil Disturbance Unit, or CDU. For any demonstration that involves violence or the potential for violence, the need for a well-trained and well-equipped CDU is crucial. Recognizing the tactical importance of our CDU officers, we've developed a plan to elevate their status and incentivize them to remain in the unit. The plan entails the creation of 8 hard platoons. These platoons will be permanent units whose members train together and are deployed together. We've done other things as well to strengthen the CDU and make it more effective. One such measure is the establishment of the Bicycle Response Team, which works in coordination with CDU. We can now deploy 100 trained and certified bike officers, as well as 8 trained and certified officials to complement the CDU operations. Of course, our first responders can't do their job without the proper equipment. Therefore, we've reviewed all CDU equipment and upgraded it extensively to protect our officers and enhance our ability for crowd control. Our improvements have touched every component of the U.S. Capitol Police Department, but few changes are as dramatic as the ones that we've made to the way we gather, analyze, share, use, and disseminate intelligence. However, improvements to the department's lead intelligence component, the Intelligence and Interagency Coordination Division, began before January 6th. The department recognized that the IICD's decentralized structure had created informational silos. The continued focus on this has yielded significant improvements, including a nationwide search for a permanent intelligence director. The department is in the final stages of that process. We should have somebody on board in the coming weeks. The development of a United States Capitol Police intelligence product that is now shared with the intelligence community. the issuance of a daily intelligence report distributed to all officers and officials within the department, a biweekly classified intelligence briefing, coordination with intelligence and law enforcement partners in advance of large or high-profile events, the realignment of task force officers to enhance intelligence sharing and dissemination, and the authorization for increased staffing. In fact, we've added 9 new intelligence analysts. We continue to be forward-looking in our efforts to ensure that the department has a strong and proven intelligence collection, analysis, and dissemination program. I want to thank the committee for its ongoing support during this process, in particular your support for the Capitol Police Emergency Act. I also acknowledge and appreciate the support that we have received from the Capitol Police Board. Today, I'm confident that the U.S. Capitol Police Department has made significant progress addressing the deficiencies that impacted the department's response on January 6th. And while more work remains to be done, the men and women of the Capitol Police stand ready to fulfill their mission each and every day.
Thank you very much, Chief. I want to start by asking, do you believe that the department would be better able to defend against the type of threat that we saw a year ago today than the department was back then?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. And we had a number of recommendations. I'm not going to go through them all, but I know, having reviewed your testimony, having our staff has spent significant time working with your leadership, and that you are making progress to implement the recommendations that are pertaining to the police department. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. As you know, we had the Inspector General in, Senator Blunt and I had the Inspector General in about a month ago or so, and he also issued more than 100 recommendations, which we truly appreciated. And he talked about the progress that he knew of that you had made at the time. And we've, of course, after that hearing, as is our job, encouraged you to work with him and to report back on the progress. Can you tell me where you are in responding to this and the progress you've made on his recommendations?
Yes. So at the time when the Inspector General testified, I think we had about 30 of the 103 recommendations that were closed, that were implemented, that we had finished. At the time, we also had another 60 recommendations that were basically in progress, that we had a detailed plan in place, but the plan had not been completed. In some cases, the plan won't be completed until the FY23 budget is approved. So some of these, it's going to take time, but the plan's in place, the work is in progress. So we had basically addressed over 90 of the 103 recommendations. We still continue to work on those. We have since, I think, closed another 5 or 6 of the recommendations. We continue to work on all of them. And in fact, we have, I've assigned an inspector to work full-time for the next several months to look at the recommendations that are not completed and to see what we need to do to complete them.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've got a plan in place to address all of them.
And you understand we are very laser focused here, Senator Blunt and myself and the rest of our committee, on that accountability, given what happened. And so we appreciate that. I'm sure we'll have the Inspector General back next year, and we'll continue this review. Our report found that 75% of the officers, 900 of 1,200, on duty on January 6th were forced to defend the Capitol in their regular uniforms. Many officers could not access riot shields because they were actually locked on a bus. The emergency funding legislation signed into law in July included significant new funding to improve Capitol Police officers' equipment, access to equipment. Do the officers now have better access to equipment they need to do their jobs? And this is something individual officers have spoken to me about as well.
So we have, we've gotten shields for new shields because some of the ones that we'd had were past their expiration date. And we deploy those shields every day. In fact, I'm sure that as you walk around the campus, there's times when you pass through a door and you notice that there's a stack of shields behind the door. So we've got them deployed around the campus in case we need them. We've ordered all new equipment for our civil disturbance unit officers. That equipment, like many things, is impacted by the supply chain issues that are going on. We should have that. My hope is this month, but certainly in the coming weeks, we should have that equipment. That will be deployed. But I think the important part of your question is that any officer that would be deployed as a CDU officer now would have all their equipment. It might not be new equipment, but they will not come out there without everything they need. So we've got new equipment on order. We're going to it's upgraded, it's better, and we'll be deploying that as soon as it comes in, and again, hopefully in the next few weeks. But we will send no officer out to work CDU without all the equipment that they need.
Okay, and you mean civil disturbance unit there?
Capitol Hill Police Chief Thomas Manger testifying before a Senate committee looking into the basic question that all of America is asking one day before the anniversary of that tragic day on January 6th. Is the Capitol ready? He says they are.